Oh, it's so damn good. Hello, people of the interwebs. It is I, Sarah, the girl that reviews cars and decrepit old buildings that are falling apart. And today, I have this 2020 Toyota Camry TRD edition. Now this car is special because when I was little, I learned a rule when it comes to building cars. You can only have two of these three things: cheap, fast, and reliable. And somehow, this Camry has done all three. It's $31,000, which is cheap for a new car. It's kind of fast for what it is, 0 to 60s in 5.8 seconds. And it's a Camry, so it's reliable. Styling wise, I think they nailed it with the TRD edition Camry. I love the front bumper on here with this unique gloss black front splitter that ties into the side skirts and rear diffuser, all unique to the TRD edition. It also has this gloss black honeycomb grille and these black housing bi-LED headlights that give the front of the car a really pissed off turtle look to it, because it's got a little bit of a beak with where the Toyota emblem is. It's kind of beak-like. And then there's the wheels. These matte black TRD wheels that are 19 by 8.5 wrapped in all-season 235/40 Michelins, which you also can get summer tires as an option from the factory, are perfect. I would not put an aftermarket wheel on this car, which I rarely ever say. I think these wheels are just right as is. If you notice, the rear wing on the car dips down in the center, which reminds me a lot of the old school Subaru B4 Blitzen edition. Had a very similar wing, and I like it, also finished in gloss black because TRD. The only criticism I have of the styling of the car, and I kind of like it, so it's not really criticism, is the fact that the roof is done in black. Now, some people call this panda topping, which I wish pandas would top more often because then they wouldn't be going extinct. Sad. Anyway, I just don't know how I feel about where they broke up the contrast of red and black on the C-pillar. It's done along a natural seam in the body. However, I don't know where else you would do it anyway. So I like the way it looks, but let me know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on that styling? On to the interior. You guys know how I roll. I'm gonna keep this short, sweet, and to the simple. I'm not gonna bore you with stupid, pointless facts like how many square centimeters of volume that glove compartment has. However, I will let you know how many penguins you can shove inside it, because that's relevant. Anyway, I appreciate the great lengths that Toyota went to separate this TRD edition Camry from any other model of Camry. They didn't simply just put lipstick on a pig and put a lip kit on this thing and some badges and call it a TRD edition. They did a full face of makeup. Oh yep, you could stuff a penguin inside that. That's weird. Oh yeah. Yep. Put a little penguin hot tub inside that thing. The seats in here are unique to the TRD edition. They have this cool red pinstriping in the center with the Softex leather around the edges, which I actually prefer because real leather seems to just crack over time and look like crap. And to me, I think this stuff lasts longer and looks better over time. It does have this kind of synthetic metal looking texture on the dashboard, as well as the unique TRD edition shift knob and your steering wheel. And it does have TRD embroidered in the back of the seat. And on top of that, you get red seat belts. Love that. I love colored seat belts. What is this? Another compartment that you could put a penguin. What? The gauges on this car, as well as the infotainment system in the center, have a red theme to them, which at first I thought the infotainment system screen looked kind of old and dated because it was all done in red, until it clicked into my brain and realized they did it because it's a TRD edition. And then it made sense, and I appreciate it. It does have Apple's, Alexa's, and Android's compatibility, which is a nice feature because the head unit won't ever really get dated because of the fact that you can just plug in your phone and keep updating your phone instead. Ooh, that tickles. There's tons of headroom back here. It also includes Toyota's Safety Sense package as standard with a bunch of different acronyms included in that. As far as legroom goes, I put the seat all the way back and my legs just barely graze the seat in front of me. So there's tons of legroom back here. The TRD edition comes standard with a single zone climate control, which is really all you need. I don't see what the point of dual zone climate controls is, because then if your person in the passenger seat is cold-blooded and you're warm-blooded, you could create a thunderstorm in the center of your car, which is ridiculous. I just said that in a YouTube video and I put it on the internet for people to listen to. Okay, I'm done back here. Ooh, two cup holders. Two cup holders over there too. Yep. Overall, for this car being $31,000 out the door with a couple extra features that were added to it, I feel it's incredible value. And this car does really set itself apart from a regular Camry in my opinion. All right, time to buckle up with my red seat belts. Yeah. Not bad. It's got a nice, good grunt down low to it. No rasp either. I like it. I would love to stick the supercharger on this thing from the Evora. It is now time to give it the beans in the rain. I've never done a give it the beans and braking test in the rain before, so I'm gonna put it into sport, move it over into manual mode. Oh, that's weird, it's in 4th gear. Okay, now it's in 1st. I'm gonna turn off traction control just to make it fun. I'm gonna give it a little bit of assistance on the launch, and yeah, here it goes. Ready? Go. Oh, okay. It shifted on its own even though it's in manual mode. Weird, and it short shifts a little bit too. Okay, that's good enough. This thing cooks. This is pretty quick. It's so weird. It's a Camry. Hello, and welcome to Garage Science with Sarah. So, powering this 2020 Toyota Camry TRD edition is Toyota's all-aluminum 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V6 that produces 301 horsepower at 6,600 RPM and 267 pound-feet of torque at 4,700 RPM. If you notice underneath the plastic intake plenum, the rear bank of cylinders is actually not tucked up underneath the wiper cowl, which is nice for being a front-wheel drive V6. It will make working on this car fairly easy. The 2GR FKS is paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission that has intelligent rev match downshifts. They're actually pretty good. And the upshifts on this thing are fairly quick too, for just being a traditional 8-speed automatic. I'm kind of impressed, and I don't mind the transmission that's in this car. It's not bad. However, you can get the Accord with a 6-speed manual. So Toyota, what's your excuse? TRD Camry 6-speed manual? It'd probably be even cheaper. You could probably get it under $30,000 if that was the case. I really respect that Toyota does this on some of their other models as well. If you look underneath the coolant reservoir, this is your plastic inner fender well, which can be easily removed and will give you a bunch of access to do maintenance on the side of the engine. And those bolts are lilac colored. That is so pretty. Traction control is back on. All right, it's time for the braking test in the wet. No one behind me. Woo-hoo-hoo. Got a little squirrely under the wet conditions there. Now the TRD Edition Camry has 12.9-inch rotors in the front with 2-pot calipers. So it's actually got bigger brakes than the standard Camrys, which is cool. It's like part spin upgrade. Those are the best kind of upgrades. 2 Science Sarahs. 1 TRD Camry. Well, I'm sure there's more of them actually. I think they're building 6,000 of them. Anyway, the TRD Edition Camry is not just a pretty Camry with some TRD logos on it. It has tweaks all throughout the suspension and braking on this car. Now, I did mention it already has upgraded front brakes and these lighter wheels that are on the car. I believe they're 3.1 pounds per wheel lighter than the factory wheels on the XSE model. But it also has upgraded lowering springs that add a 0.6-inch drop, as well as improved struts, thicker anti-sway bars, and an X-brace behind the rear seats. If you look right here, it looks like they did the strut tower brace out of stamped steel, which, yes, it may not be pretty and have a big TRD logo on it, but it kind of hides in there nicely, and it does the job, and that's all that matters. All those tweaks of suspension make this thing surprisingly fun to drive on a windy road. I don't care what anyone says, front-wheel drive is fun-wheel drive. And I have a feeling it'd actually be pretty quick on a track, too. And more importantly, it doesn't beat you up over bumps. It's actually smooth despite having all these stiffness upgrades. The exhaust note on this car is perfect. It's just got this light burble coming from behind you and it doesn't drone in here. I think it's spot on. I wouldn't want it any louder or any quieter. It's really weird. I say I wouldn't want it any louder. All right, let's see how this thing does in some twisties with all these TRD suspension goodies that it has. A lot of crud on the road right now. It's been raining. This corner, oh, wow. Dude, this thing handles so flat. A little bit of torque steer right there. It just kind of was like clawing away at the asphalt. I think a lot of it has to do with the road and not so much the car. Oh. Brakes are good on it. You hear it just eating up that asphalt. How's it handle over the rough stuff? Nice. Oh wow, even in the sport mode, which doesn't have any effect on the suspension whatsoever, it's nice. This is perfect for carving up back roads that are covered in absolute garbage everywhere. Dude, this is awesome. This is like a perfect daily. You can still have fun with it on a back road. It gets amazing fuel economy. It sounds good, it looks good, it handles good. Oh yeah, oh, it's so damn good. So damn good. This is kind of a sleeper. This is kind of a sleeper on a back road. You would not expect this thing to be so quick. This suspension is perfect. It's smooth enough where you can hit like bumpy back roads and you're not getting tossed around and upsetting the power to the ground. On point. I am thoroughly impressed with this Camry. This Dadmobile is impressive. If you guys have never seen one of my car reviews before, I have what's called the bean score. It is a rating of 1 to 5 beans based on the feeling you get in your gut when you give it the beans. So this 2020 Toyota Camry TRD edition is going to get a rating of 1.75 beans. Sliced a little bit higher than normal, 0.75, because this car has got a good meaty power band, and the way the suspension is tuned on this car, I have a feeling to be pretty quick on a track, which is weird because it's a Camry. This car is kind of awesome. It makes a great daily driver, it has excellent fuel economy, it sounds good, it looks good, it's comfy, and it's reliable. I don't know, it's kind of a win. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you soon with another. Bye. The suspension is just right on here. Not too stiff, but stiff enough to give you a good ride. That sounded wrong. There's actually no room in the glove box for any penguins because there's a bunch of literature in there instead. Sounds like there's a couple warthogs flying over me right now. Yep, I'll just pause real quick while they're doing their training sorties.